Andy McCulloch comes back to Griffin Park. He left Brentford in the summer for Sheffield Wednesday after being one of Brentford's top scorers last season with 14 goals in the league. And today he'll face a newcomer in the Brentford side, the central defender Steve Harding, playing his first game for the Bees since he joined them on loan this week for a month from Bristol Rovers. Let's take a check on the two sides then. And first, Brentford, there's just one change where Steve Harding comes in for Pat Cruz, who was sent off last week and is suspended. It's a Brentford side that's been slipping a bit lately. Badly needs a victory today to put them back in touch with the promotion teams. The same can certainly be said of Sheffield Wednesday. After their home defeat last week against Plymouth, but Jack Charlton sticks to the same side. Former London men in the team are the number 6 Brian Hornsby, who had 6 years at Arsenal, number 8 Jeff Johnson, who was at Crystal Palace, and of course Andy McCulloch. The leading scorer for them is the former Southampton man Terry Curran. Referee today, it's Brian Stevens of Stonehouse in Gloucestershire, and the sun's come out, but there's still a real wintry feel about West London around this ground that has seen football in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th divisions since the war. And among the guests there, as you can see, Russell Harty in the centre, who indeed is a Saturday afternoon person as well, and the playwright Willis Hall on the left, who is the Brentford director. So Brentford in the red and white stripes and black shorts, attacking the goal to our right, get us away. Sheffield Wednesday in a change strip of yellow shirts and white shorts. Brentford having such a bad run, 6-0 win. Getting a free kick in the opening seconds of the game. Until just after Christmas, certainly they were right in the promotion hunt. Needing a win today to put things right again. Steve Phillips hoping to get in very quickly there, but it was Jeff King who got in the tackle that gained a bit of respite there for Sheffield Wednesday. Goalkeeper here, Bob Boulder, used to be with Dover. Amazing that Brent's last win was a 7-2 victory here against Hull. Culloch and Salmon going for this one. Shrub just turning it back. Terry Curran playing for Nottingham Forest and Derby and Southampton. This will fall for Carlton again. Dave Carlton. So cut out there by King and played a long way back there by Hardy. Salmon, Phillips, cut out by Mike Pickering, another former Southampton man. Now Cullen. Into a bit of trouble there, and obstruction given against Tucker. On Curran, a free kick to Sheffield Wednesday. Miller's up for this one. Number 3, Dave Grant, is up for it as well. McCulloch right in there. King also. Plenty of big targets here for Curran to aim for when Mr. Stevens has got that 2-man Brentford ball back the full 10 yards. Curran with the kick there. Floated in there. And a header down. And just wide there by Dave Grant for Sheffield Wednesday. Brentford marking wasn't all that good, and it looked for a moment as though that might just creep inside that post, but with Bond sprawling across there, it just went wide. Now Curran. Well, instantly two Brentford tacklers were onto him. Ray Blackhall with the throw. Bella. Curran, cross curling in towards McCulloch. Hornsby very positive in the air, getting above Jackie Graham there. Mellor. Hornsby, Harding away. Pickering always likely to beat Steve Phillips in the air. Showing the back that time by Harding on McCulloch, a free kick to Sheffield Wednesday. Brian Hornsby looking to take it fairly quickly, and a bit of skill there by Fraser getting it away to Phillips. Played out wide for Lee Holmes, number 9. That's not a bad ball, and Jackie Graham can get onto it. Bowler's out, right on the edge of the box. Good piece of play though by Lee Holmes, the number 9. He's a part-time player. They picked him up from the Isthmian League side Haringey a couple of years ago. A nice ball played in there though. And Bowler very quickly out to rescue it. Play towards Alder, but a little bit behind the real men who are up front. And a chase now for Mellor. And a chance for Mellor, suddenly developing for Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, what is pace suddenly put him clear of everybody, and Brentford really hadn't reorganised themselves. And a shot by Ian Mellor that finished up in that clutch of Sheffield Wednesday supporters behind the goal. Mark Smith, Brian Hornsby, played it again for McCulloch. Now for Curran, supported by Hornsby. Here's Hornsby with a shot. Oh my word, a brilliant goal! Tremendous goal there for Sheffield Wednesday. We'll have to go a long way to see a better one than that, with Curran playing such a part in it, aware that Hornsby was making his run. And he let it go. Brentford 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1. 28 minutes gone, Brian Hornsby the scorer. And that's only the second time he's found the net this season. And I doubt if he's ever scored a more spectacular one than that. King, played back. Trying to get his team on the move again to put an end to this depressing run of theirs. Not a win in the last 6. Now losing 1-0 at the moment here as Curran takes it up again for Sheffield Wednesday. Again that old treatment back to Hornsby, but this time there's a chance for Brentford surely to get it away. But I'm not sure they're going to take it. They are in the end, as Bond falls bravely at the feet of Jeff Johnson. But they were in a bit of a state again. From the moment Curran played that ball in to Hornsby, and it eventually came through to Jeff Johnson. But now Brentford. There's a play there by Mark Smith, only 19, a Sheffield boy. He's their penalty taker. He's had 7 this season and scored from all 7. Hornsby again. Now Alder. Doug Alder for Brentford. Steve Phillips. Alder again. And a chance for Phillips. Oh, how on earth did he miss that? That's what he's lying there, sitting there, wondering himself. Sheffield Wednesday complaining that Phillips was offside, but there was no flag, no whistle. And suddenly the little striker, who really has got a prolific goal-scoring record over the years, was absolutely clear of everybody. And if anything, took it much too quickly. Had more time than he thought. Grant, Hornsby. Sending McCulloch on his way. Harding's right there with him. Played back again for Jeff King. As the whistle goes for an offside inside that Brentford penalty area. A free kick to Brentford, who look like a side a bit low on confidence, although they've had a couple of chances that have not been accepted. And Wednesday with a good away record. They've only lost 2 away this season. In fact, if their home form had measured up to that, they would have been even more towards the promotion areas at the top than they are at the moment. Their away away record has been really quite impressive, and it has been here today. As the half-time whistle goes, and it's the goal by Brian Hornsby, and what a spectacular one it was that has put Sheffield Wednesday into a half-time lead. Although, of course, if Steve Phillips had done what he usually does with that chance, a little after it, it would have been 1-1. As it is, though, a very evenly balanced match still, and a half-time score here at Griffin Park, Brentford. Brentford 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1. We'll be right back with the second half. Welcome back to Griffin Park, the home of Brentford, and it's Sheffield Wednesday who are about to kick off in the yellow shirts and white shorts, attacking the goal to our right. Sheffield Wednesday leading by a goal to 0. Brentford keen, of course, to put an end to their bad run and needing to take the chances that come in this second half, which is something they didn't quite do in the first half. Here's Mike Pickering, who had such a good storming game at the back for Sheffield Wednesday in the first half. Boulder trying to make a bit of progress, but Blackhall getting it back to Bob Boulder. Header. Salmon playing a strange game there in his own penalty area, and King with a chance to cross it in towards Curran, and the chance was on there for Sheffield Wednesday, but instead it's a goal kick for Brentford. With a header away for Sheffield Wednesday. Harding up well there for Brentford. But now Johnson to King. And Curran leading the charge there for Sheffield Wednesday, going right the way through. The referee looked hard at it, decided there was no penalty. Curran was brought down there, but the referee decided it wasn't a penalty in Brentford. Phillips trying to make something out of that. Holmes' pass holding him up a little bit there as Alder nonetheless plays it back, and that was King again, and this time the card is coming out. Yellow card. And there was almost a resigned look on Jeff King's face there as spoken to a couple of times briefly in this second half alone. And the foul on Doug Alder was the last straw for the referee. It's a free kick. Dave Carlton with it. And they got it away all right in the end. A little bit of hesitation there by Sheffield Wednesday, but Smith and McCulloch between them got it away. Phillips, and a corner. So a corner for Brentford now. With about 7.5 minutes of the second half gone. Sorting out going in that Sheffield Wednesday defence. And again, Boulder's handling really excellent. He's a big fellow and he really uses every inch he's got. Gets up so well, jumps at the highest point. Now it's Curran. Harding. Well, that's going to be some fun and games there, this time between Carlton and Johnson. A free kick to Brentford. One of those 6 or 1, half dozen of the other situations where a tangle of legs becomes a little more involved than either player should allow it to. Carlton. Pickering. Alder playing it in again towards Lee Holmes. Good handling again by keeper Boulder. Holmes' header very well saved indeed. Johnson. And the ball back with Bond. Jump by Blackhall. Carlton playing it wide again for Alder. Fraser's gone right forward as well. Phillips is in there, and here's Lee Holmes as well. And Phillips! And this 1-1. Well, that was a beautifully made goal, no question of that. And the man who scored so many goals for Brentford over the years, these last few years, Steve Phillips, has made it 1-1. The ball in from the right, a nice touchdown that time from Lee Holmes, and taken so quickly by Steve Phillips to make it 1-1. I think Sheffield Wednesday were a little worried about an offside situation there, but the referee and linesman didn't hesitate. And we're back at 1-1. Score. They don't look all that happy. Bill Dodgin, the Brentford manager, on the left. Tommy Baldwin, his coach. Jump by Tucker. And on again by Holmes. And Holmes again. A little touch through towards Jackie Graham. But again, Sheffield Wednesday, Mike Pickering, looking really angry with people around him, wanting a little more effort from Sheffield Wednesday, feeling maybe that Brentford are coming back and the game might be slipping away from Wednesday. Miller coming back to put his captain's words into operation, but it's still Salmon. It's not a penalty. And the referee couldn't have been in a better position to see it. Certainly looked a dicey one, but you have to hand it to Brian Stevens. He was absolutely perfectly placed to say no penalty. And here's Curran for Sheffield Wednesday. A little touch inside for Pickering. Getting Curran to go on his way again, but cut out well that time by Simon. Ray Blackhall back to Bob Boulder. Snicking it through there for Miller. And there's 2-1. Well, Miller's great pace to a deafening silence first of all. Nobody could believe he was through. Put through by McCulloch. Round the keeper, and then it became a formality. So there you are, the Sheffield Wednesday fans behind the other goal, delighted to see their team now into the lead again. Brentford 1, Sheffield Wednesday 2. Ian Miller the scorer. King, played again for Miller. Offside. Jackie Graham, who shortly is going to be substituted. Skipper of Brentford. Curran playing it in there, nodded away by Shrub, only as far as Hornsby, who claims a handball and gets it. A free kick then to the Wednesday. And the substitution is about to be made as Jackie Graham goes off. And Bob Booker, a forward, comes on. The substitution is about to be made as Jackie Graham goes off, and Bob Booker, a forward, comes on. So they've taken off somebody from the midfield. They're throwing somebody else up front in order to try and get back this deficit. lined up just the way he wants it, quite rightly. Glenn Bond, as Hornsby plays it there for Curran, and he hits it straight at Fraser. Hornsby again. And now Barry Tucker. Back to Len Bond. Holder. And up again by Mark Smith, that time for Wednesday. Fraser. And Booker's onside, but only just. And the ball just wouldn't bounce for him. But it has for Holmes. What an extraordinary goal, and it's 2-2. Well, the ball had difficulty crossing the line. It was that sort of goal. Elbow up and under, and it didn't bounce kindly for Bob Booker, who didn't really get a first touch of the ball there since he came on a substitute. But it did in the end fall for Lee Holmes. And he made it Brentford 2, Sheffield Wednesday 2. So 20 minutes left, and quite a second half we've got. After this one, Harding there with him, playing it back to Bond. That was quite an adventurous start there for the substitute Booker. Curran. And Phillips right now. Now, Booker's onside, and he's got there first with Pickering after him now. Can he find the shot? He can't. Pickering came back so quickly and so well, and in fact even got a goal kick in the end and not a corner. But the young substitute was really on his way there, with Pickering after him, and did a good defending job there, Pickering, hounding his man without giving away a penalty or anything silly like that. Here's Shrub. Oh, he fell over there. He was very close to Carlton, and I think that was Grant dumping Alder, and it's a yellow card for him. That seemed totally unnecessary. Dave Grant, he's only a 19-year-old, and judging by that, still a little bit to learn yet. Free kick to Brentford. Salmon with it. Pickering getting the header away. Phillips trying to turn on the ball and somehow finds Alder. That was a nice little pass by Phillips. Alder's cross coming in towards Booker, but it's Blackall getting it away. And the linesman flagging for an offside against Booker before Wednesday hooked it away. And in fact, Wednesday are going to bring on their substitute. They're going to take off Jeff King and bring on Melvin Sterland, a midfielder. So Jeff King goes off. So they've replaced one midfielder with another. Flurry now for Brentford with the score at 2-2 as we come to towards the last minute of the game. Johnson there, not with a very good header, but it was good enough to find Terry Curran. Fraser shadowing him and Tucker as well. And still Curran goes on. My word, he did well to get that in. And will it come now for Johnson to get a shot? And it will, but again he had to snatch it back one. But a terrific run there by Terry Curran. was after it, but Tucker's header was sure. Phillips playing it wide again here for Tucker. Referee looking hard at his watch now. Last seconds of this third division game, and a 2-2 scoreline. I think that's just about right. Brian Hornsby with the throw, and indeed there is the final whistle, and 2-2 is the final score. Well, Lee Holmes with the second goal for Brentford, making sure that Brentford finish at least with a point. And it's a remarkable goal there by Phillips on the right, with his arm round the fellow who opened the scoring here, Brian Hornsby, with a spectacular goal for Sheffield Wednesday. The only scorer we haven't mentioned then is Ian Mellor, who scored the second Sheffield Wednesday goal. So Hornsby and Mellor for Sheffield Wednesday, Phillips and Holmes for Brentford, and a final score then as the teams come on here at Griffin Park. Goalkeeper's almost the last to leave. Brentford 2, Sheffield Wednesday 2.